Hello, it's Alessandra here. I trust you're all well and welcome back. Whether it's the first time or you're coming back to listen to me, thank you. I am extremely grateful. Today I got lost. I got lost in my bliss. I didn't get lost physically. I got lost in what I do love. One of the things that I do love is art. So I paint. And when I start my art, I usually plan to not have any other commitments around me or other things that I know that I need to do. But today, for some reason, I got caught in front of a canvas that's not finished and time just flew. That's where you find that space where can't explain it. If you ask me, what does it feel like? It just feels losing time, but it's good. But anyway, here I am. And today I'm just going to, on the flow of that, the bliss that we all experience without knowing it. If you love something, I'm sure you all understand that that feeling, that sort of urge that you want to do something and it doesn't matter what it takes, you will just do it. That's what I call bliss. So we all need to find our bliss. And sometimes it's right in front of us. We just don't know it. So let me see what I find with my John Holland cards. They're one of my favorite, not the most favorite, but I use them quite a lot. So let's see what comes through today on the flow of bliss. Okay, we could use with some bliss right now. Okay, so beautiful. So foundation and achievements. Well, more or less now, if you're wanting to go into a relationship, you have a family, you want to set up your family or the community, anything that you can see through this card, it can equate to anything in your life. But also for us as a global collective, you know, it's foundations and achievements. Now we're putting the foundations every day by sending out thoughts of what we truly would like to see. But most of the time we think that everything's already done. We take things for granted. Well, this is saying you need to set the foundation, and now's a good time because this card is a number 4 card, which means the Emperor energy, and the Emperor is always looking to build new foundations, to whether it's in an actual building, whether it's an achievement to improve the community at large, whether it's a new business, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's just the family, sort of finding those bearings or creating that foundation between two people. This is what this means. And I think it's a very good card to pick today because, you know, we're at a point right now that we can actually put out, what is it that we want? We're creating the foundations of what? New community. What is it that we're putting the foundations out for? Now, for myself, seeing a world in peace, that's my foundation. That's the thing that I'm putting out there. Or seeing harmony in my life. Or abundance for everyone. That's a foundation to principle as well. So I think it's just putting together, this card is saying, well, focus. There's no point you wanting, but if you can't focus and feel it already here, then this foundation will, like, you're putting a brick, but then you're knocking it down. So when we don't believe, we're knocking down the bricks. When we do believe, we're setting the foundations and we're putting one brick on top of the other. So a building is not born. Yes, there's a design, there's a plan, there's material, but you don't see the house being built. First you put the foundations and then you put all the rest on. So right now, what we're invited to do is actually find that way to create the foundations. And I know that for a lot of people, it's very hard to think and believe that, you know, they have that capability and they can impact the world. Well, yes, you can. It's just a matter of starting and understanding and, you know, do a bit of research around the energy field and the magnetic field and what we can achieve, the law of attraction, how we manifest. That's one of those things where we get bogged down in because we believe we're just the little individual and in your little world. And, you know, there are other aspects that we think that we're not in charge, we can't control things. It is true, but we can control our energy and how we react to things. So right now, we need to create the foundations because the achievements of the future moment come from the foundations that we put in today. So I'm putting in quite a few bricks. Don't know about you, but I'm putting in quite a few bricks. So now I'm going to pick another card. I will pick just 2. I'm just making sure that it doesn't drop. because I think that's a beautiful card. And it's got a rainbow, so it means good omens. You know, that the energy of the, like after the rain, there is that feeling that there is a new renewal, a clearing out and a renewal. So that's what the rainbow signifies, a lot of color as well. Okay, now this card is beautiful. So look at this, prosperity begins. Now, isn't that a good match? Had I done it on purpose? I'm always amazed, but you know that I always amazed at what cards come through. So once you've got the foundations, now say that this foundations, we can equate it to a tree, to a seed. And here it is. So the seed has been planted. We created the foundation. Now the two hands can be relationships and community as well, because we're all together, we're all, you know, holding hands. We are empowering this little tree to grow. So the fruits of this tree will come if we keep a focus on placing foundational bricks. Now, nurturing this tree, giving it love, ideas, moving forward, flexibility. So what do we need? We've got the foundations, now we're building the house, we're building the family, we're building whatever it is that the community needs, because this works for whatever. So you've got the foundations, and now this little tree, let's say that the seed was the foundation, has the potential to actually sprout out, blossom, and give us the fruits of that seed, which are the foundations we've placed, okay? So they may look different, but the concept and the principles are the same. You need to create those foundations, and the foundations here are the seeds. So the seed is creating that tree of life, tree of the community, tree of the new renewal, and the fruits will come abundantly. And that's the prosperity begins. So right now, it may look as if they're distant, but they're actually very, very close, because the moment that we change our ideas of how we create this world, and the moment the more of us grasp into it and say, okay, I like to build a house, so I'm building the foundation, and someone else says, well, I like to put a lot of trees in the ground, so I'm going to put some seeds in the ground. And someone else says, well, I like to create a family, and so therefore there's a family. And the family can be community at large. And someone else says, well, we need to consider each other brothers and sisters and all united. That again is a foundation for something new. So there's a rainbow that's showing up for everyone. We're creating the dwelling, so where we live, the earth, the planet, and we're creating all the vegetation, all the trees that will give us the fruit. So giving us also to sustain ourselves. So, and here the house can resemble and signify everyone has a secure place to stay. Everyone is taken care of. So all of these things are foundations. What I'm just listing out are foundations of what we can focus on to bring about renewal, something new, new beginning. The rainbow saying, hey, look at me, I'm shining up in the sky, and I've got all these beautiful colors after the rain. We've washed away what no longer serves us, and now it's time to create this. I think it's a beautiful message today. I hope you take it in, and wherever you want to apply this message, it doesn't matter, it can be your individual life. See, no matter what you do in your life, you're impacting us all in any case. So please look after yourselves first, and then we will benefit as well of the fruits of all this energy that's going out. I do trust that you have gained some insight from this message, and I will be going back to my art, into my bliss moment. But thank you till next time.